I have always said that this is Africa and Africa is our business. Today, allow me to bring to you the richest African peoples in the continent of Africa and who are still in power. Africa, termed as the richest continent in the world due to its richness in natural resources, but also termed as the poorest in the world due to the low living standards of its people. The question is, why is Africa so poor yet so rich in its nature? Having many blaming its poorness on the foreign invention, the fact still remains that the African leadership in different countries has been the root of all this. Today, allow us to bring to you the 5 richest African presidents still in power, but how are their country faring? My name is Felix Mwenda and this is FM African Documentary. On number 5 we have King MSWATI III. His net worth is estimated at $500 million. The king of the landlocked kingdom located in South Africa, Swaziland, is the 5th richest president in Africa, and he has been in office for over 30 years. Despite the fact that over 60% of the population of his people are living below the line, which is $1.5 a day. Imagine, it's just like less than $1 a day. King MSWATI still spends lavishly and lives amidst the criticism. He is married to 15 wives, each living in a own expensive apartment. King MSWATI has 13 palaces, fleets of Mercedes and BMW cars, including at least one Rolls-Royce and a $500,000 Maybach 6.2 to hand to his collection is a private jet that is estimated to cost $17 million and was speculated to have purchased it with public funds. And you ask why Africa is very poor when it comes to the living standards. This is a king, a leader that has ruled the Eswatini kingdom for over 30 years. He is the number 5 in the list. On number 4 on the list of the richest in Africa, we have Paul KAGAME of Rwanda. He is estimated at $550 million. KAGAME is number 4 on our list and he is one of the famous African presidents. He is the 6th Rwanda occupied since the year 2000. President KAGAME was born in Rwanda, Urudi, on the 3rd of October 1957. He was a soldier in the armed forces prior to entering, and as such, one of his noteworthy acts was his involvement to help an end to the Rwandan genocide in 1994. He was able to achieve this feat because he was a leader of the Rwandan Patriotic Front that invaded Rwanda to end the killings by Hutus of Tutsi, the people of Rwanda that began the genocide. His style of leadership has been questioned heavily and criticized as well by global watchdogs organizations, particularly Amnesty International, who claim that Kagame's leadership and the regime do not give room for freedom to oppose his role and organize parties as a result. And this is the number 4th richest president in Africa with an estimated net worth of 550 million US dollars. Let me tell you, Rwanda is a very small country located on the east, on the northeast of the Democratic Republic of Congo. A very small country. If you compare it to Nigeria, it's just a state in Nigeria. You compare it to South Africa, it's just like a town in South Africa. But here, the amount of money that its president has. On number 3, we have TEODORO OBIANG NGUEMA Basogo. TEODORO OBIANG NGUEMA Basogo, estimated at 600 million Kenyan shillings. He is number 3 on the list. Number 3 on the list is President TEODORO of Equatorial Guinea, born on 5th June 1954 to Santiago Nguema Eneme, father, and Maria Mbasogo Ngui, mother, in Akwakan, Guinea. For 34 years and counting, President TEODORO has been ruling Equatorial Guinea. The office he occupied after a military coup overthrowing his uncle from office in 1979 in a military coup. A large chunk of his wealth is believed to have been acquired through looting and plundering the whole rich nation, a country still suffering abject poverty by more than a half of its citizens still living below the line, living below $1 per day. Because the president shares none of the country's wealth with the citizens, the report has it that his sons has followed in his footsteps, living lavishly in a $35 million estate built in Malibu and having 3 Bugatti Verona costing 1.5 million US dollars. This is number 3 on the list of Africa's richest president. And on number 2, we have President Ali Bongo Ondimba, estimated at 2 billion US dollars. Ali Bongo Ondimba has been ruling Gabon for 10 years and counting, having assumed office from October 2009 till date. Gabon has been ranked the 5th largest oil producer in Africa. Thus, the country depends largely on crude oil exportation. Yet poverty is still a matter of concern in the country, as the people of Gabon live below the poverty line. It was also reported by Daily Mail that the president spent 129 million US dollars for a mansion in Paris, France. This is Africa. This is Africa. And that's how our leaders live. Number 1 on the list of the top 5 richest African president, we have Mohammed VI of Morocco. His net worth is 5 billion US dollars. He is first on our list, the Moroccan monarchy, who is also the president. He was birthed in August 1963 in Rabat, the capital city of Morocco. He has been ruling Morocco for 15 years and counting. The position he rose to was a result of the death of his father, King Hassan II. He is the most educated president in Africa, obtaining different degrees from different prestigious institutions worldwide due to his background of being raised in a wealthy family combined with power and royalty. During his accession to the throne, formerly sat on by his late father, Mohammed promised the Moroccan citizens that he will tackle poverty and corruption in the country, as well as reduce the unemployment rate and improve human rights status, which is demeaned in the country. Fortunately, it hasn't been an empty promise so far, as he is leaving no stone unturned to ensure most of these promises are kept, and this trait has earned him the title the defender of the poor in Morocco. This is one of the presidents that is mostly loved in Africa, Mohammed the sixth, and he is the richest president in Africa. That is the list of the top 5 richest African president. That's all we had. My name is Felix, and this is FM African Documentary.